everybody. Today is the program's title should be Blood, Sweat, and Tears. We're going to give you an amazing Christmas gift that didn't cost me nothing, didn't cost me no blood, sweat, and tears, but this man produced all of the music. It is all
lots
original.
Of blood, sweat, and tears.
Yes, it is all original. Now, is there a song about blood, sweat, and tears somewhere? Is there a group called Blood, Sweat, and Tears somewhere?
There's a group, yeah.
There is. And this is your life going back to recorded stuff from when did you start recording this?
This Christmas?
Everything.
Oh gosh, I started recording in like 97.
So for Christmas, Merry Christmas to y'all from Mr. Ellijay and the Cherie Show. And I get to use his music because y'all love it. Y'all love it.
And I appreciate that. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Now, you told me you've been in Chatsworth and Dalton, in various places where people stop you and say,
which is
hey,
strange. They don't have.
It's on YouTube. It's on YouTube.
Yeah.
And they say, we saw you and we like your music.
Yeah. It happens often.
What about that?
Mm-hmm.
What about that?
I was in Walmart last night.
That's cool.
And a person came up and said, and I go, yeah? And he goes, we love your music. We watch your music on ETC.
I love it.
We love it. It's a local guy. I won't call his name. I guess I should.
Yeah. But you know what? That is what makes ETC so very special. I can be in line at Ingalls and somebody will say, what did Paul Kiker say about so-and-so? And then I have to think about it. Well, that's not good because then I have to think. So, but we've been thinking a lot about your music and what it does mean to these mountains and these people and these wonderful old friendships. The music speaks of the music of the mountains, the old friendships, and the amazing cars, the amazing places to eat a chili dog at the pool room, the amazing places that we all remember. Yes, yes.
Did you ever have a pool room hot dog?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh.
My daughter would drive up here and buy 4 and bring them back to the office.
That costed her $1. I hope you know that.
Yeah. She absolutely loved it. And she said, Mom, you've got to try these. I said, they can't be as good as the Varsity. She said, no, they're better than the Varsity.
Oh, yeah, they're better. I tell Jamie Plumley, the guy that we're going down to Jamie's and watch him shoot a game of 9.
Yes.
I tell he's Jamie Plumley, my friend, and I tell him every time I see him almost, if you still had that today, if you were right there where you were with all this foot traffic today that's going on up there, and the taste of those hot dogs, you'd sell how many you had every day.
Every day. You know, we're missing those things that were familiar. We're missing that stuff that we grew up on, whether it's so many biscuits and gravy. And I was looking at a picture over at Mike's restaurant the other day. Have you ever noticed that wood cook stove that was in the restaurant when they first started?
How about that?
A wood cook stove. Imagine that.
Mike's is good food.
It is good food and good people.
Good people, yeah.
Yeah. And that's what this community is filled with. And I'll tell you something else I watched this morning. Speaking of good people, last year you did a tribute to our friend David Ralston. Mm-hmm. And you did Amazing Grace.
Was that at Christmas?
It was 2 weeks before Christmas.
Okay.
And as I was getting ready this morning, I'm listening to it, and I just thought, what an amazing man, what an amazing opportunity. He was such a good guy to this community, to every community that we serve, and to the state of Georgia. He's been gone a year now, and I miss him so much.
Well, that was fast.
It was, that year just went just like this. It's crazy, absolutely crazy. But today, our gift to you is all original music by this man. And, you know, first time I heard the Merry Christmas Ellijay, I thought, oh, how sad. But today, this morning, I started getting messages from people who are like me, facing Christmas without their family. And they're all, how do you get through this? How do we do this? You get through it. You do get through it.
It's so sad when people have Christmases and there's no family.
Yeah.
And what's even sadder is when people have Christmases and there's family.
And they're not around.
But they don't come.
Yeah. And that's what this song talks about. So we're going to go to something that Dwight did this morning, And it's basically a little bit of descriptive telling you exactly how this song came to be.
Good morning, everybody. Merry Christmas. It's good to be here. Nice to be with you. Thanks for tuning in. Here's a little story about a song called Merry Christmas, Ellijay. Seriously, it was a real night. It was Christmas Eve. I was working because I didn't have anybody around anyway. And so I let the ones that did have people around, their families, be off that night. So I worked, and it went through the night, and everything developed just like the song says. The snow started. Slim called in and said, "Don't yous be in that car now. Drive that old Scout of yours." And I said, "Yeah, we did that." And I ran around all over Logan Circle and all around East LIJ helping people that got snowed in because the Scout would go anyway, you know. And so I took food to some people and kerosene. I took some kerosene out to some folks. And some of them did not live in the city. We was just helping people that night and getting it done. I was the only one working. And then a call came in. Somebody saw a light up there under the bridge. They came to the old payphone there at the courthouse and called in from that number that used to be out there by the Pepsi machines. So I went out there and checked it out, and there it unfolded right in front of me. The old man was there. He didn't have any family. He didn't have a home. He didn't have anything. He was just under there with a fire going. That's the light they saw. And it's a pretty good old story. And I thought, you know, that very night, I started thinking, you know, this is just too cool. I got to write this down. So I started writing on it, and I had it in my head for many years. That was, again, 1989. I had it in my head for many years, and then about 2 years ago, I said, why don't we put this together and make a Christmas CD? That's what I did, and that's how you have Merry Christmas, Ellijay. 2 C's, 1042, has been a long time, but I hope you love the song, and I hope you have a Merry Christmas. Thanks again. It was Christmas time in my hometown in 1989. Kinfolk would be coming down, but none of whom were mine. So I told the captain, I'll just work a double, I believe, so the ones that have their families can be home on Christmas Eve. I'm a policeman in Georgia, and a young one, by the way. Silver bells, shotgun shells, and a 4-door Chevrolet. The weatherman says snow tonight, and no one should be out. Slim left word to park the cruiser and patrol in my old Scout. Barely just into the night, as the snow came falling down, dispatch come on with a call to the bridge just north of town. The call came from a payphone. They said they saw a light. As I approached, an old guitar was ringing through the night. There beneath the steel and stone, on a worn-out sleeping bag, an old man sat there all alone, humming one by Hag. The fire lit up his tired old face, his eyes shined in the light. He said, "Lieutenant, I guess I'm out of place, but I'll just be here for tonight." Dispatch come back on the air. Is everything 10-4? I told him I'd be there a couple minutes more. I said that old Gibson's sounding fine. He said it's all that's left that I call mine. It's been with me since 1954. I had a loving family, but the Lord, He needed them more than me. New Year's Eve, 1967. It seems like only yesterday, but it was long ago and far away. I'm on the road, and they're all up in heaven. He said, anyway, I can't play like before. My fingers don't work good anymore. If you'll let me stay here just tonight, I'll be gone by morning light. I stood a block of wood up on its end, and he handed me his only friend. I sat down there by the fire, and I played that old man's heart's desire.
As he lay back there on his sack, I played the one about the Cadillac, and I watched him as he drifted off to sleep. I put his old guitar to bed, chunked his fire in my head. A scene played out that I will always keep. Be careful how you treat them all. You never know when you might fall and need someone to show a little love. Or even in just what disguise something opens up your eyes. Or when you'll have a visit from somewhere up above. 2C's 10-8. Merry Christmas, Ellijay. Away in a manger, no crib for a bed, a little Lord Jesus lay down his sweet head.
How sweet. And you know what? Lord Jesus is what it's all about. I'm sitting over here watching that angel, looking at that baby in that manger. So many people are going to be having great nativity scenes at their churches, Christmas programs. If you know a shut-in or an elderly person that doesn't have a way to church, why don't you pick up the phone and call them and go by and take them, either take them a plate if they don't want to go anywhere, but get out and do something for somebody else. The gentleman that you met that night and that the song was about, how many times do you think that man was in a town where nobody bothered to say, "Sir, could I fix you a meal? Sir, could I do this?"
I know.
And I know how your heart is giving and giving and giving. And we want to say again, Merry Christmas to everybody in the nursing homes, because there's so many folks who are going to spend time in a nursing home. This morning as I was getting ready, I also watched you do a mother's prayer. And you sat right over here by the piano last year. And I thought about how many mothers are sitting at home alone with that prayer, and they're whispering, "Lord, please bring my children home."
Oh, you mean Mother's Rocking Chair?
Mother's Rocking Chair.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
And if you have a mom that you haven't contacted, contact her. If you forget to stop by and say, "Mama, do you need anything?" remember next time.
Yeah.
Wouldn't you love to stop by Miss Audrey's and say,
boy.
Mama, what
Yeah.
can I do for you?
I know.
Yeah.
Let me tell you this too. This jacket is a little jacket my mommy got for working a long, long time at Candlewick Yarns in Chatsworth. And it has the colors, and I thought, yeah, we'll make it about this today.
That's right.
And remember, if I know how you feel, I know how you think, I know you young folks, I know exactly how you think. Oh, I got to go to Mom's. You go.
Yes.
And you sit with her.
Yeah.
And you talk to her. Because someday you'll have your mommy's jacket,
Yeah.
and it'll smell like her.
Yeah. Yeah.
That day is today.
Yeah.
It still smells like my mommy.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. How precious.
I know.
That's what the holidays are about. That's what every moment that we live up to is creating those memories. And I think about your daddy walking up the hill with that lunch pail, and I think about what that meant to you many years later when you wrote the song.
I know.
And you tear up as you're doing this because it is a real life memory.
Mm-hmm.
And very, very soon, y'all are going to get to hear Daddy's lunchbox.
I've said it before, and I'll say it again. If you like anything, you're going to like Daddy's lunchbox.
I can't wait.
You're going to
I
like
can't
that
wait.
one.
I can't wait. Well, this time of year is tough for me, and everybody knows why, but this year especially, I lost my sister last year, and my sister was kind of like my last link to sanity, I think, because I could pick up the phone and we could talk, we could laugh, we could scream, we could whatever we wanted to do, because that was my sister. And I found something that she sent me, and I said, "Isn't it strange that I find this, and on the back is her handwriting?" And I'm like, wow. So I have to share this with y'all. Her journey's just begun, and you listen to this because it might relate to your mama. Her journey's just begun. Don't think of her as gone away. Her journey's just begun. Life holds so many facets. The earth is only one. Just think of her as resting from the sorrows and the tears in a place of warmth and comfort where there are no days and years. Think how she must be wishing that we could know today how nothing but our sadness can really pass away, and think of her as living in the hearts of those she touched. For nothing loved is ever lost, and she was loved so much. Your mama was loved beyond, wasn't she?
She was yes, absolutely.
Yeah, yeah. So today, if you're missing somebody, if you're loving somebody, I woke up this morning and I had Nathan Gayton on my mind. He passed away a few years ago, and it was crazy. I woke up at like 6:15, and for some weird reason I was thinking about Nathan, and I was thinking, oh gosh, and it just hit me, and I don't know why, but he did the electrical work in my house at Hill City. And I can remember walking down there, and he was up on a ladder, and he was always smiling and just beaming this happiness. And sadly, he left us a few years ago, but the memory of that young man will be with me forever, and you have those memories. Mm-hmm. What we have today are memories. Make them precious, make them priceless. Keep them in your heart forever, and that's what it's about. Life is about the memories we make and the stops along the way. Now, we're going to go now to a song that has really, if it was hitting the charts, it'd be hitting the charts good. Mountain Life, nobody has anything bad to say about it. They're loving it.
I'm just hearing all good things.
They love it.
And they like it better than Welcome to Ellijay?
Yeah, I love that.
Are you one of those?
Yeah, I am. I am. And today we're going to end with Welcome to Ellijay, because today y'all are going to get a full-fledged, everything we do is original music by this man. And it is a lifetime of memories, a lifetime of collecting, a lifetime of thinking, and a whole big lifetime of studying, because he studies everything.
Studying. Studying, folks. Let me elaborate.
Yeah.
Studying will keep the Loctite out of your head boats and all.
Yeah.
Sure enough.
Yeah.
It will.
You do. He studies.
Can I say Merry Christmas to somebody?
Yes, you may.
Okay. Down in South Florida, Mr. Seth Hayes, Lady Astrid, and Cypress and Sebastian, Merry Christmas to you folks.
Merry Christmas. And to
you won't have snow. You probably won't have snow.
No.
But Merry Christmas.
Yeah. And to Astrid from me, every time I listen to the Christmas CD and I hear her do Holy Night.
You know what? Yeah, okay, I got to talk something.
I cry.
Let me preach. I've been listening to Oh Holy Night by a lot of people. Mm-hmm. I won't call their names, but they're big-time people. Nobody touches Lady Astrid on Oh Holy Night.
Yeah.
She nailed it. I swear, I was sitting right there. I watched her. I wish I'd have videoed that.
Yeah.
One take, no stops, straight through, nailed it to the wall. It's what you hear on the CD.
She did.
Yeah, good folks.
Yeah, and Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. Now, this is from Mr. Ellijay. This is the full-blown version of the Mountain Life. It is the life that we're living.
Is this the vocal one?
It is.
Yeah.
This is the life that we're living, the life that we are blessed with. And when you look around today, I love to capture sunsets and sunrises. I'd much rather capture a sunset than a sunrise, because you have to stand there and wait on the sun to come up. So that's
can I pitch it to the song?
You can.
Here? Okay. When you're ready. Sorry, I interrupted. Sorry.
Yeah, no. But the mountain life is what we truly are blessed with. And so if you don't have anything under the Christmas tree, if you don't have any gifts at all, if you only have your family, your love, your memories, but you have the mountain life, you pretty much have it all, don't you?
Yeah, you really do.
Yep.
You got the rainbow skies, you got the black bears and the hummingbirds. We got it all.
Yep. Do you want to take us to that?
Sure. Okay, hold on. Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer had a very shiny nose, and if you ever saw it, you would even say it glows. Here we go.
Misty mountain, rainbow sky, a faraway look in your eye. Tell me, have you had enough? Traffic jams and city stuff. Don't you think it's time to go where black bears climb and waters flow? Hummingbirds out on the deck, your feet propped up, and what the heck? You'll love how we live here in these mountains. Everything is gonna be alright, and we all wave hello here in these mountains. Life is good, we sleep well at night. It's alright, the mountain life. Trip to LIJ and see the bright red Georgia clay, from Notley down to Carter's Lake. All the memories to make, so much here for all to see, a land that is so dear to me. Welcome home to all your dreams, hot rod fords and mountain streams. Now you love how we live here in these mountains. Everything is gonna be alright. We all wave hello here in these mountains. Life is good, we sleep well at night, and it's alright, the mountain life. It's alright, the mountain life. Y'all come by and see us anytime you can. The bank says it's foreclosing and the pickup needs repair. The LP tank's on zero and my wheel is almost there. The hope I had left with you when you walked out the door, I would say things can't get worse, but I've been wrong before. The postman brought a letter. He said he needs my signature. He don't know you had to go, and the way you left me here. I told him I don't love you, oh, but the Lord knows I still do. And he knows just what I feel inside and the things I'm going through. My brother said there's a bottle that'll make this go away. I could drink until it's over, or until my dying day. I could do all this left a message on my phone. I called in to talk to him to see what's going on. They're laying off across the plant, employees by the score. I would say things can't get worse, but I've been wrong before. And I could turn to the bottle and make this go away. I could drink until it's over, or until my dying day. I could do these things and tell myself I don't care anymore. And I could hope it don't get worse again, but I've been wrong before. The country's going straight to hell on a highway paved with hope. And if we keep playing around with this, we'll hang by our own rope. I feel good. I got my best jeans on. I feel fine. I'll call my baby on the phone. We're going down to Jamie's and watch them shoot a game of 9. Jackie Dunn will be there in his ragtop 59. My grill is clean. I've got an 8-track in the dash of my machine, and I know every single line. Yeah, Susie's got her dress on, hanging high above her knees. And when she smiles for the Nikon, you know it's such a sight to see. Southern city lights, wheels will turn, and the rubber's gonna burn. The glass packs are racking, the power play is screaming loud. We'll cruise the red dot parking lot and see who all is in the crowd. 'Cause I feel good, I got my best jeans on, it's all fine. I'll call my baby on the phone. We're going down to Jamie's and watch them shoot a game of 9. Jackie Dunn will be there, and you better not step out of line.
you're in the mood for chicken strips, a delicious burger, our classic banana split, or an upside-down thick blizzard treat, we've got you covered. Hot and fresh food every day, every time, and delicious DQ soft serve make the perfect pair at your favorite place. Not fast food, fan food fast. Your Blue Ridge, Ellijay, and Jasper Dairy Queens are your meet, eat, and treat headquarters.
Thank you for choosing DQ. How may I serve you?
The mountains are calling, and they're closer than you think. Farmers Crossing in Ball Ground offers creekside lots with homes beginning in the 400s. Walking distance to downtown shopping, dining, tennis courts, Calvin Farmer Park, and local events. It also includes a beautiful hike to Long Swamp Creek. Leave the car and the worries behind. Move in by fall 2023. Call Cherie Martin at 404-375-0590 or Evelyn Calhoun at 770-733-0779.
Georgia Medical Treatment Center now has 2 locations to bring you the high-quality holistic care you've come to know and expect. We treat neck, back, and joint pain with chiropractic care and injection-based treatment without the need for surgery or prescription painkillers. Our medical weight loss program can also provide relief while ridding your body of toxins, pounds, and inches while improving your overall health. Call today for a free consultation, 770-345-2000, or go online to georgiamtc.com.
You know, how you feel on the inside is just as important to me as how you feel on the outside.
Oh, Daddy. I'm grown up, in every way, care and take care of you. You're my grown up, and I know you're there. I'm your grown up, and you know I care. 'Cause it's you and me and me and you. So when you are okay or not okay, I'll take care of you.
Misty mountain, rainbow sky, a faraway look in your eye. Tell me, have you had enough? Traffic jams and city stuff. Don't you think it's time to go where black bears climb and waters flow? Hummingbirds out on the deck, propped up, and what the heck?
Whether you're swimming in the sea or splashing in the pool, making a masterpiece, or just making memories, writing a great American novel, or writing your term paper that's due tomorrow. Whatever you do in life, Farmers is here to protect it. For all your insurance needs, call Donald Curtis in Blue Ridge.
We're back, and we thank this lady for the music. In 1961, she set me up in the middle of the bed and taught me this. And I took it from there. Well, she taught me a whole lot of other stuff after that too, about harmony and the circle and all that. But yeah, ain't that something? What a lady.
How blessed you were.
She was a good one.
How blessed you were. And you know, you didn't know the day that your mama left here to be with Jesus that was going to happen, because it was gone quick, right?
Oh gosh, yeah.
Yeah.
Boom, all
Yeah.
at once. And I wrote that
Cherish that
Jesus
moment.
Call song the day we buried her. It came together quite nicely.
Yeah.
When I was little, all my aunts and uncles and cousins and everybody would come to my house. I mean, I was really little, and this guitar was way bigger than I was, and they'd watch me do that, and they'd just rave on, huh? And boy, then later I got to where I go, and they really thought that was something. All of them are dead and gone now.
Wow, wow.
But we're still here.
And we have to understand that this moment is truly a gift. We're giving y'all this today because I got to thinking about it. If I got a call today that he'd gone to be with Jesus, number one, I'd say, Jesus, you got your hands full.
Yeah.
But I'd think about Margie. I'd think about those you left behind. Mm-hmm. And that's what the real story is. We're the ones that are left behind, and we have to carry on their memory. And I love how you carry on the memory of your mom, your dad. One of my favorite stories is when you told about your daddy on the dance floor at the Rebel Inn. That just cracked me up.
That was a night.
That was hysterical.
Was such a memory.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And let me throw in one other thing. Don't you ever think that my daddy could not dance.
Uh-oh.
He was a dancer.
Wow.
I'm telling you.
That is crazy.
He was a really good dancer. He could do the Charleston and everything.
Wow.
Yeah,
wow.
It was, love it. What memories.
What memories. Yeah. And that's what life's all about. Now we're going to share something that's one of my favorite memories. Number one, it's one of my favorite recipes. My friend Doreen Lee from Kankakee, Illinois gave me this recipe, and when I first met her...
There's a song there.
Kankakee, Illinois?
Yeah, a train pulls out of Kankakee.
There you go, that's right.
Yeah, I know that song.
She and I worked together at the Woodbridge Inn, and the day they hired her, I went to our owner and I said, how do you think you're going to run a restaurant with a Yankee cook? And he looked at me, and he was from Czechoslovakia. And he said, what? And I said, she's a Yankee. She doesn't know how to cook butter beans. Well, she ended up being my best friend for years and years and years. She lost a battle after beating cancer twice, and she was in her 90s when she passed. Never met anybody like her ever again in my life. And this chocolate cinnamon cake is her recipe. Every time we do it, we're sticking our finger in that, and we're tasting it, and we're loving it. And so this is my daughter, my granddaughter, and I in the house that was truly my dream house, and it was us spending some very, very precious time together, because today what we have are the memories.
I'm Cherie Martin. Tonight on Heart of the Home, I promised you a rich, rich recipe, and wow, is it rich. I've been eating this cake for about 30-something years. You were 2 years old.
No, because I'm only 29.
Well, okay. My daughter Angela was only 2 the first time I had this cake. Gosh, does that make me or you old?
Neither one.
Okay, neither one. It is a rich recipe. This was submitted by Doreen Lee. She's from Kankakee, Illinois. And she got the recipe from, I think, a junior league cookbook there many, many years ago. Rich, rich, rich chocolate cinnamon cake. Rich and good. Mm-hmm. Now, I made my first one last week, and Angela's going to go over the ingredients for you.
There are 2 cups of flour, 2 cups of sugar, 1 cup of butter, a 1/4 cup baking cocoa, 1 cup water, 1/2 cup of buttermilk, 1 teaspoon of baking soda, 1 teaspoon of cinnamon, 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract, 2 eggs, and 1 teaspoon of salt.
Now, if y'all have been tuning in to Heart of the Home, we all know I'm not much at measuring. Now, we're going to add, we are actually measuring, aren't we? We measured today.
We don't do that.
Measure. Well, we're measuring today because this cake is pretty precise, and we need to measure this. Okay, Angela, we have combined 2 cups of flour, 2 cups of sugar. We sifted that, and now we're melting our cup of butter with our cocoa and our water. We're going to let that melt good, and then we're going to pour it over the dry ingredients, and then we're going to add our buttermilk and our cinnamon and our vanilla and our eggs.
And our soda.
Tiny bit of soda, tiny bit of salt. It's going to be ready to bake. This is a simple recipe using plain flour.
And the chocolate's already smelling so good.
Oh man, this chocolate smells great. This is what makes this cake rich. Mm-hmm. Butter and chocolate, kind of like a man with a 401k and a state retirement. Now,
and
that's
an out-of-town hobby.
Oh my gosh, that's rich. That's rich. Now this is what, a 10 by 15 pan? Sure. It's a little bit larger than normal, and that's the size pan that this recipe requires. It's going to be in the oven for 30 minutes or until a toothpick put in comes out dry. Do not overbake it. My first one, I did overbake it, so watch it closely. Now, this rich, rich recipe for our icing is Angela, the amount of butter is 1 cup of butter, 1 bag of 10x sugar,
4th cup of cocoa,
4th cup of cocoa,
6 tablespoons of milk, a teaspoon of vanilla.
That's it.
Boil it in a saucepan.
That is it, guys, and it is so simple, and you pour it over the cake hot. Man, I think this deserves the rich and powerful. Ooh, man, it's good. These walnuts came from Harris Farm, and they're big chunks of walnuts. You can use pecans, you can use walnuts. I just happen to have a ton of walnuts we picked up out on the ground and shelled. Oh, wow.
Yummy.
Wow, yummy. Just a hint of cinnamon and a whole lot of rich chocolate. Now, what do you think of that?
I think that looks yummy enough to eat.
I think that
dig
looks
in.
yummy. I think Doreen had a good idea. This was a great recipe, guys. Angela, I promised you this was going to be rich and hot.
Oh,
Dory!
Hey.
Oh, I'm so glad you're here.
Home from college.
I smelled this all the way in Atlanta, so I had to come up.
Okay, good idea. Tori, there you go, honey. The 3rd generation gets the cake. 3 generations, a great recipe. Bye-bye. It's great to have you home, sweetheart.
Hi, I'm Cherie Martin. Tonight on Heart of the Home, my guest, Ansley, Victoria, Ruth, Taylor. My granddaughter is home from college. Great to have you here. Thanks. We're going to make homemade cookies for Santa. A recipe that I have gotten as a gift many Christmases from my friend Miss Olga Burgess in Albertville, Alabama, but I've never made them. And you're game, so we're going to make them, right?
Why not?
We're going to make them. Tori, tell me the ingredients.
We're going to use 2 sticks of margarine, 3/4 a cup of sugar, half a teaspoon of salt, half a teaspoon of vinegar, white vinegar, half a teaspoon of baking soda, 2 teaspoons vanilla, and 1 3/4 cups plain flour, and a cup of pecans.
Sounds good. Tori, let's put these cookies together.
Let's do it.
Okay, we have 2 sticks of butter that we're going to cream with our sugar. Okay, Tori, we're going to cream the butter and sugar together. We have softened, actually this is margarine, and everybody who knows my cooking knows I don't use margarine, but tonight we're using margarine. Okay, Tori, tell me what we do next. We have creamed the sugar and butter.
All right, so if you've creamed the margarine and the sugar together, now you're going to add the salt and vanilla, and then slowly add the flour as you mix it up together.
Right, and then the vinegar and the baking soda, we had to mix together half a teaspoon of each.
Right.
Set it aside for 20 minutes, and then it does.
I think it becomes a new compound that helps the cookies stay together. That's what I'm thinking.
I think it makes them the crunchy, little crispy taste they have. So we're going to add our vanilla. That's a teaspoon, right? Looks like it to me.
In this kitchen it is.
And salt. We're going to add our salt.
Do you want to be mixing it?
I'm going to be mixing it, yes. And we're going to slowly add the flour, just a little bit at a time. Soda. Now we've got to scrape the baking soda in there. Scrape it right in the middle. We're going to scoop this into a bowl and refrigerate it for a little while, let it chill. And we're going to be working on one of our family's favorite things. What is that, Jory?
Krispy Kreme Christmas trees.
Krispy Kreme. And when you see the hot sign, you know our car pulls over. Tori, is that tree beautiful?
It is adorable.
Now, honestly, today, when I walked in with 3 dozen donuts, did you think I'd lost my mind?
No, I thought you were the greatest grandmother to grace this planet.
And you took some decorating tubes, and you created, has the hot sign and all. What does it say?
It says hot donuts right now.
Hot donuts right now. And we know that sign, don't we?
Oh, it translates to pull in, pull in.
It does, it does. And now Ansley is waiting to taste this, and I think that's going to be a good dessert, don't you?
I think we can let her dive into it.
I think we can do that. I think we can do that.
It's about time we broke her in.
It's time. It's time. She's another generation coming along.
Yep.
Tori, I think our dough is chilled.
Oh, I'm so excited about making these.
Okay, Tori, we're going to add our pecans. We have a cup of pecans that we're adding to our mixture, and we're going to roll this in small balls.
Now, Nanny, for people that don't like pecans, why are they not optional in this recipe?
Well,
You can do it without it, but my sister-in-law tried it without pecans because one of her family members didn't like them, and she said it just needed that kick. But, you know, if you don't like nuts or if you can't eat nuts, by all means try it. Now, we are going to roll these into small balls quickly before the dough gets warm. And I promise you, these will melt in your mouth. If they're as good as Miss Olga's, I think I hear Santa. Are those sleigh bells? We better hurry. Oh, we better hurry.
Oh my goodness.
You know, he'll be so impressed. Okay, let's stick these. You stick these in the oven. And remember, the oven's on 325. And we use a convection oven. Wow, Tori, they smell great. Fresh out of the oven. They're warm. And if we hurry, I think I heard some sleigh bells. I hear sleigh bells. Tori, hurry, take them in there and let's get ready. Santa's going to be coming down the chimney. And we want to pretend we're asleep.
Ho, ho, ho! Whoever made these cookies will be getting a lot of presents for Christmas.
From our house to yours, Merry Christmas and may God bless you.
Ah, we're back. There you go. There you go. It's about the memories you're going to make this holiday. It's about the recipes that are going to come out of your kitchen. And I'm going to challenge each of you. My amazing sister made this great cookbook for her sister, me. And she challenged me to make one just like it for her. I never did it. And I'm so mad at myself. This holiday, swap recipes. If you go to Aunt Margie's and she's got a recipe, get it. If she makes something you love, get it. Put it in a book and save it, because one day you'll be standing in your kitchen and you'll be flipping through cookbooks and you'll say, I wish I had Aunt Margie's recipe for so-and-so, or I wish I knew how Mama used to make so-and-so. Write it down and make yourself a family cookbook full of memories. Because when it's over, what you got left are the memories.
A wise man told me one time, I won't throw this in, it's
Yes.
no extra charge.
Yes.
He lives in Jasper, you know him very well.
Yes.
He's a very famous, high-profile defense attorney.
Yes, I
That's
know
all
him well and I love him.
He told me that, you know, the only thing that we really have is our memories.
Mm-hmm.
He said, when it's all over, he said, they can't take our memories away from us. That stuck with me.
Forever.
Yeah.
Forever. And that's the truth. And we are facing some holidays when we're going to have some amazing, fun memories. When I was watching that, and I remember going to Krispy Kreme that day and buying all those donuts and then going home and creating a Christmas tree out of Krispy Kreme donuts. Who would do that? Me, because my kids love Krispy Kreme. So it's a memory that my grandchildren always say, Nanny, did you make the Krispy Kreme tree? No, I haven't lately because they went up to $11 a dozen. I said,
Yep.
Can't afford it.
Hot dogs are $8.
Yeah, it's crazy. But those memories, that's what it's about. And so take your phone, video your aunt, your grandmother, your mom, somebody you love, sit down and talk to them and video it, because when it's over, that's what you have. That's what you have.
Would you like a short story?
I would love something.
Okay. Way back in the day when speaking of hot dogs, I don't know if we were speaking of hot dogs or not, but we
All
are
the time.
now.
Yeah.
Way back in the day, we'd all be at the pool room and acting goofy, you know how kids are, and showing out and really out of hand.
Probably.
You know, acting crazy.
Yeah.
But when the boy in the blue shirt came in the pool room, he ran the pool room. And he'd come in, and we knew to not act stupid.
To be good.
When he was in there, yeah.
Yeah.
And so we had friends, we had a little code thing. Somebody would lean up at the door, up there, came back in the back part and go, Harold's here. When Harold Plumley came in the pool room, wasn't a good time to be acting silly. He put the evil eye on you.
Yep. Yep.
We acted like we had sense. Nobody'd ever know the difference.
There you go.
When
There
he
you
was
go.
there. Yeah.
Yeah. You know, you think about those memories growing up in this tiny town, watching this tiny town evolve, because it's no longer a tiny town. But you and I both know that the best part of Ellijay is not downtown. Where's the best part of Ellijay?
Out in the country. Out in the country. Go to those back roads. Check out those dirt roads. Some of them have creeks flowing through them, and you have to ford them to get across. There's your true quality of Ellijay.
And people will come to Ellijay for 3 days and never leave the city limits.
Yeah, and they're missing it.
What's wrong with y'all?
I know. You're missing it. You're not. We don't enjoy that part.
No.
We like the other bits.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, and don't tell this to everybody, but when I'm coming through town and it's backed up at the roundabout, I've got this little cut through I do.
Yeah.
And I cut through, and you know where the cut through
Yeah,
is.
I
And I cut, and I do, and I get back out on the other side. I know this trick. Not everybody knows that trick. I'm not telling y'all the trick, because then every one of you will be following me.
It won't be a cut through no more.
It won't be.
No.
But that's the whole thing. Get out. And there's some stuff on Roy Road I love to go by and see. There's stuff out on 282. I love, of course, the camp. There's so many things that are on these back roads, from a creek to a small waterfall. Go out to Carter's Lake and just sit there and just meditate.
Yep.
Go up to Fort Mountain and walk around the lake.
I do that.
Often.
I do, yes.
Yeah.
Please excuse me. I hate when this happens.
Well, we've got some folks out there who mean a lot to you, and they're your special friends, our special friends, and they're all going to have a Merry Christmas. Y'all spent some time together the other night, and you were fortunate enough to once again have your buddies. Vic Davis was there. Who else was there?
Oh, a host of them.
And that's what it's about. You're creating memories. You're creating memories.
That's right. Good food, good friends.
Yep. Yeah, and those good moments.
I have a snippet from an original song, if there's time for that.
Yeah, there is.
On this show.
Yeah.
Now?
Yeah.
Okay. It's about when things are falling apart and you see it coming.
Uh-oh.
And we do.
Yeah.
I can see it in your eyes. I can taste it in your kiss. And it comes as no surprise to me, 'cause it always ends like this. When the love has grown cold, the flame becomes a spark. Our story has been told, now we're just feeling in the dark.
Now, who'd you write that for?
Any of them that fell apart.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you know what? We want to get in today.
You like it?
Huh? I liked it.
Yeah,
Yeah, I liked it.
nice rhyme.
I
You have to tell the truth and make it rhyme. If it don't rhyme,
Well, I wanted to get in Welcome to Ellijay today, because that truly is the song that started me thinking maybe y'all would like to hear his music. And now for a year and a half, you've been telling me you like to hear his music. So you think we ought to end with Welcome to Ellijay?
I think so.
I think
All
so.
that from the lady that had never heard it.
Never heard it.
Yeah.
I have heard it now. So to you,
How
to
many
each
times?
of you, about 7,320.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're going to leave you now with a really cool song that tells it all. Welcome to Ellijay.
Thank you.
How y'all doing out there? Welcome to Ellijay. That's with a J.
About 90 miles north of Atlanta, where the Kusawati lay. They come out of the hills to pay their telephone bills in a town called Ellijay. When the mayor drove a shiny 62 Corvette, Slim was in a cruiser with a Cobra jet. What you see is exactly what you get if you come to Ellijay. Hey, Ellijay, a mighty fine place to be. Ellijay, good enough for you and me. Yeah. Apple blossom, baby possum, muscadine wine. Leave all your troubles at the welcome sign. run right through the middle of town. And late in the evening when the sun goes down, you can drive through and hear the happy sounds of the folks in LIJ. Now way back in the summer of '73, the Red Dot parking lot was the place to be. But you could get more than what you bargained for back in those days in LIJ. Yeah, you could. LIJ, a mighty fine place to be. LIJ, good enough for you and me. Yeah, 69 Road Runner, Charger RT, pistol grip 4-speed, 383. Boys, that's the way it all used to be, right here in LIJ. LIJ, a mighty fine place to be. LIJ, don't you want to come and see? Yeah. Trout fishing, skinny dipping, party all night. Praise the Lord, honey, I saw Dwight picking on a Telecaster Saturday night on the streets of LIJ. LIJ, a mighty fine place to be. You and me floating down the Kusawati. Yeah. Apple blossom, baby possum, muscadine wine. I'm so proud to call a piece of this mine. Drop all your troubles at the welcome sign. I'll see you in LIJ. Woo. Yeah.
Anyway, LJ. Go ahead, Chief.